Alright, this is the C Minor podcast with your hosts Cameron and Braden. That's our names, and we're gonna talk about various things, a lot of things, a whole list of things. It's gonna be comedy. It's gonna be informational. It's gonna be it's a variety show. It's a variety show. It's gonna take over Joe Rogan's experience. Our goal is to conquer Joe Rogan's experience. All right. Are we going to skip the first thing you wrote down as an initial topic?
I don't really know much about it.
Me either. I don't know why you wrote it down.
Let's just hop right into drunk driving stories.
Yeah, let's just... I think it's a funny bit to just mention that Braden's first idea for podcast ideas. First idea, neo-pussy. That was his first thing he could think of. You know, think of that what you will.
The second was drunk driving, though. So
drunk driving, yeah, drunk driving.
It's not all bad.
Drunk driving. It's not. No one's promoting it, but
I'm promoting it.
Yeah, I've had my own experiences.
There's only one way to make driving funner.
Yeah, I mean,
there's only way to make drinking funner.
I mean, the only, the elephant in the room is I've been in a car crash, still recovering from it. I crashed sober, essentially, on the way to work. I've had, my leg was broken in 3 places. I'm just now starting to walk. But drunk driving is a fun conversation because I've never crashed while drunk driving. So if anything,
it makes you better. It's safer.
Kind of safer. Not safer. Obviously.
It is.
Obviously, don't drunk drive.
It is safer.
Don't drunk drive. We're not going to promote it, but
it's safer to be in a crash drunk because you're more relaxed.
It is. Scientifically, you are safer being the drunk one than being the sober one. But obviously, drive safe, all that stuff. Whatever keeps us safe on the advertising side. But
I think we're plus by big alcohol.
Do you have any drunk driving stories, like stories from
Only good things to say.
Obviously, I'm an adult. I've had a few times when which I shouldn't have driven, but I did. I drunk drove home. I have an obsession with, if I'm at a party or anything with a friend, I don't want to sleep at their house. And that's my only justification for drunk driving, is I want to be in my bed. And that's not a good enough excuse to drunk drive. But in the moment, it's good enough for me. So, I've had a couple times. One of the worst times was when it was super foggy outside. It was literally around Christmas time. But for some reason it was so foggy I couldn't see 20 feet in front of me. I drove 30 minutes out home. And I wanted my ex at the time, or my girlfriend at the time, to drive, but she was... I was literally calling her bullshitter while she was passed out on the ground. I was just claiming that she was you're only doing this because you don't want to drive, you dumb bitch.
I know you're faking. You only had one drink.
She was fully on normal sober, and then as soon as I brought up driving home, passes out. I was like,
I don't even got my green card.
Of course she passes out. And then I drove us home, and every time I've drunk driven, I did safely, no crashes, nothing. And usually it's also because it's middle of the night, no cars on the road. But the other time I remember was post breakup with the same girl. I got drunk in the hotel room with my dad, and it was just a mile down the road from my apartment. And I felt completely good and sober to drive. As soon as I got in my car, I was seeing double, and if I weren't a mile from my house, it probably would have been bad. Ironically, my dad's personal stories of drinking and driving kind of helped me persevere. he preached against it, but he was always like, yeah, I got hammered and drove at 18 years old, and the cops just let me go. So yeah, that's drunk driving stories. That was something we want to open up with, because everyone can relate to drunk driving stories.
So how do you feel about the 4chan trans pipeline?
4chan,
which is,
I'm not really an avid 4chan user. I barely use.
Yeah,
I haven't used it in a while. I know of the stories. Yeah, how like YouTubers post about 4chan, like it's like the dark web or some shit.
Yeah. You can only find this on Tor.
This guy posted the most sadistic shit on 4chan, and it's just like someone being racist in 4chan. Yeah, I remember someone posting about like how there were like a group of people that were legitimately trying to groom people into like transitioning.
Yeah, the sissy
on different 4chan boards.
That's what I'm talking about.
Saying like you can't none of us can get a girlfriend. We should all become the girlfriend. That was the logic.
Yeah, the pipeline I'm talking about is they go in 4chan, they see Ooga Ooga Finboy, and they see Ooga Ooga Adolf Hitler, and they get a little hypnotized by all these other people who are talking about it. It's just a big pipeline. They go from straight white Christian, Nazi, to Finboy to trans. It's a very dangerous cycle, and then eventually they go back to straight white Christian.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely seen the Nazi, like the trannies that become Nazi. Seeing a lot of the people I interact with online, if I interact with someone online that is a tranny, they seem to be hard right, like Nazi type, having swastika flags in their room type people. It's a super weird thing, like, to see.
Yeah, the stuff
because at the same time, like they're wearing like girls' underwear, and they're also like
they have
love Adolf Hitler.
They have,
which I feel like Adolf Hitler wouldn't have been a fan.
They have stuffed bras, and they're talking about how they don't want trans to hang around kids, and they'll burn a trans flag and then have a Nazi a swastika on a trans flag hung up.
Yeah, I don't understand because there's like a big trans MAGA movement too, which is like more understandable because obviously Trump isn't calling for extermination of anybody, whatever, but it still is weird because, I don't know, the trans movement is generally liberal, more left-wing. I feel like a lot of, like Blair White, the conservative trans girl, I feel like it's like maybe like a money decision, I don't know. Like I feel like every minority, if they're a minority and they are conservative, it's like a moneymaker. Yeah, it's like, I'm black or I'm Mexican and I love Trump, and it's like it's a huge grift. I don't know. We talked today to a person that was trans. That person is trans, right?
I think so, or non-binary.
I'm pretty sure they're trans. Yeah. And they're also a super like right-wing person, possibly
maybe
a Nazi supporter. I don't know. Yeah, we were just doing research. This is we were just doing research. That was it.
Research,
that was research.
Yeah. It's research.
But it's just odd because obviously, their ideology, like, it would kind of have them killed. Although I don't know, there weren't like many trans like people during Nazi Germany times.
Yeah, there was
I assumed though that Adolf Hitler wasn't a fan. If he wasn't a fan of the gays, I assume he was a fan of the trans.
I mean,
it would be hilarious though if that was like the one thing that he was cool with.
Oh, but they like women.
Oh, but they are very hot people.
They're so hot. It's like a chick with a penis.
They create. It's like imagine a woman, but they're very tall and have good shoulders. Can't do a German accent right now, but like, It's like they could, maybe that's logic. I don't know. Yeah, I'm conservative, but I love a black penis.
It was real funny. This guy was interviewing people, and he was in Palestine, and they're like, "So, you hear about these gays from Palestine? How do you feel about them?" And it actually added out in the caption what they actually said, but they said they're not human.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like Muslims. You think like Christian white people in America are conservative? Like, just talk to a Muslim from the Middle East. It's not even considered a controversial opinion to think that. It's just like common sense to them. The Israel-Palestine thing is something I never want to actually get into, ever. I want.
Is that one of your insecurities?
Fucking yeah, nice segue.
Sure
My insecurities. I didn't know I wrote fucking insecurities down. My insecurities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have insecurities. Insecurities. I mean, we don't have enough time to talk about insecurities. I have too many to list.
So you put love on the spectrum.
Yeah.
You mean
is
this like autistic love in general, or the TV show on Netflix?
Well.
Or are you gonna mention that one date you went on with the Downey?
I've been looking. I've been like attempting to find a girlfriend for a while.
You're trying to find an autistic.
And
bitch.
one time, my own mom said to look at love on the spectrum as like a guide into how to start dating.
She calling you
like,
fucking
so
autistic?
my mom would kind of like indirectly call me autistic. It's like, why don't you just do what they do? You know, just
take some notes.
It's like, well, they're on a produced TV show. They aren't getting any pussy unless they get a nice reality TV show. I mean, sure, if I got a reality show, it'd be easy.
I'll release a sex tape with me with another Downey.
It's like I don't think I'm on the level of autistic. It's just I don't know how to text to, especially like girls that are like just a couple years younger than me. It's like a whole new language has been invented. Many years, no. I'm 24. It's just like someone that's like 21 years old. A whole new language has been invented. Like, it's not. I don't know. I don't know how to text people. I like being straightforward and just getting to the point, and it's. I don't know. I think if anything, that has to be the most boring topic is for me to complain about not getting pussy.
We should have named the Incel podcast, and we could have actually done this.
Yeah.
The Incel podcast. you know what incels don't do? You know what incels don't do? They sell alcohol to children. They don't sell alcohol to children.
Stop doing like obvious segues.
No segue. Topic: alcohol production.
Anyway, no, shut up. No, shut up. Stop making act like we're fucking reading off a list. We're not doing that. Braden, I know that you make alcohol, right? You make alcohol a lot. You make prison wine. We should have named this the Prison Wine podcast, to be honest. But
the Hooch podcast is stolen.
Prison, you make a lot of
prison hooch.
Hooch, and do you actually that's not something that I think, if that's true, that you should ever admit.
What?
If you sell it to anybody that's
they sell
not supposed to buy it.
I do not sell the minors. That is that's a myth. It's a myth.
Yeah. What do you have to say about alcohol production in general? Like about you're making alcohol as a entrepreneur.
You know, I would never do this personally, and it's highly illegal. What you could do is you just get a big ass little bucket from Home Depot, get a lid, poke a little hole in it, put a little seal in it, get a airlock for it, and to throw in some sugar, get some corn, just do a simple little mash, make some hooch out of it, and then buy or make just a real simple still, and just distill it, water it down to like 30% or less. Make sure it tastes like shit. Leave the tails in there so it tastes hotter than it is. And you can sell it to children, and you make a lot of money. It's like costs you like $10 a gallon to make. 80% alcohol from a pot still. You can.
All right, so you're just giving advice to people listening on how to make alcohol.
And you can sell if you're good enough. You can sell that for as much as $100 per gallon or more. If you water it down enough and split it into fifth bottles, you can sell to these little people at the school grounds
People
who will push it to their other little people friends, not children, little people.
I don't know. Should we be pushing illegal activities?
Oh, it's not legal. It's just you're not selling it. You're giving it as gifts to these little people, not children. As gifts, and they might reward you with financial compensation, but it's not selling. It's gifts. It's all gifting. See, that'd be illegal.
Yeah.
And also, you're not distilling. You're fermenting, and you're taking the water out with heat. That's not distillation. That's just heating it up, and if it somehow evaporates, that's not on you.
I mean, it's simple enough that you can do it in your own house. Apparently, according to you.
You can do it on a stove if you have one. Just get a little 5-gallon still, and just distill it on your little.
I can't believe you wrote this down as a thing to talk about.
I didn't write down what I'm talking about. I just wrote down alcohol production selling to little people.
Yeah.
Not children.
I mean, do you have like a story? You have a story about it?
I just know a lot of people who my friends have bought when they're in school, but not like little school, like college, of course, where they buy from these little playground dealers, which they got from their uncles, and then those uncles were making fat stacks from they sell it to their nephew. Their nephew would sell to some little people.
I mean, this is the only way to become a millionaire in Arkansas.
It's very easy to do. You can easily ramp up production with more money you get. It's just exponential. It's great. It's fun.
It's really the only way.
And it's good for society,
Because it's like the Mark Cubans of Arkansas are doing this.
Because there's a drinking restriction on little people. They don't want these little short bastards buying alcohol. It's just.
There's a height limit on alcohol.
Yeah, there's a height minimum for drinking alcohol, and they want to sell to little people.
That's all you gotta be to drink alcohol, then.
At least 5'5". These little people are just not 5'5". They're not 5'5".
I mean, now that you've incriminated yourself.
I didn't say anything illegal. This is not the
apparently there's a little people problem with getting alcohol.
Yeah, it's
I wasn't aware of.
It's pretty sad.
Yeah, that's very nice. That's just nice gesture you do for people that aren't tall enough.
Yeah, they can
drink.
Yeah, if they're in school, which is definitely college, of course, they can just probably find some guy in their little grounds that can get alcohol from their uncle.
I think people are gonna hate this podcast because they.
All right, little people are definitely of drinking age, of course.
I think they're gonna hate this podcast because they think that we're pushing illegal substances on people.
We're not selling drugs. Just get a hooch. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't hurt you.
I don't co-sign what but I've seen his craft. I've seen his production.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't tried it myself, but it.
Might get lie. It tastes terrible.
It's one of his. Yeah, probably. It's one of his.
It does the job though, and that's the point.
Speaking of getting hammered, I got fucking hammered in a car.
Oh, let's talk about segways. Fucking.
Yeah. The last 2 months, essentially, my life has been dominated by a car crash I suffered last month. That was legally ruled to be my fault. Although I don't agree. But at the same time, I don't really have the
lawyers.
facilities to argue it. So I took a no plea. I took what's it called? A no contest. And, a big Mack truck merged onto my highway that I was on the left lane. Crashed, broke my femur, broke my knee,
Cut your femoral artery open.
Femur artery. I had to get airlifted, hospital, and so I was in the hospital for like 10 days, and got a couple of blood transfusions, a lot of treatments, a lot of surgeries, but I'm alive. I came back. I have like a new
lease on life.
A new lease on life. I'm trying to be more, I guess, more social, less scared of being autistic and awkward.
Yeah, now Cameron's got to go up to every woman in a bar and
try
say,
to find every woman. Yeah, I mean something along those lines. Yeah.
Before Cameron used to go in a bar and he'd run away when a woman went up to him.
Yeah, I pissed my pants when they say
saying,
hello. I
"No!"
pissed my pants away. But I don't know. I haven't been able to go out as much. Obviously, I've been in a wheelchair. Now I'm in a boot. But once I'm able to go back and drive into town and do more things, I want to be less scared of rejection and all those things. It's not really exciting or fun or funny at all. It's just true. I just see car crash written down.
Yeah, it's not fun getting bullied by your niece, which happens to Cameron every day.
Yeah.
I guess there's not really not much to talk about in that one.
Yeah, I agree. When I was sitting in my wheelchair, my niece would, every single time I would fucking roll in with my chair to like the living room, wherever she was at, she would say, "Hello, wheel man." And then now that I'm a boot, she says, "Hello, boot man."
Whenever you start walking,
she's only 8. She's only 8, but fucking, it's annoying. If that's all she says, you won't see my name anymore. She doesn't say, Uncle Cameron. She just says boot man. I want to be mean back, but she's only 8.
Yeah, if I were to run her over my wheelchair, she would be just. It would be my fault, and that's stupid.
It's a Freudian nightmare. You never know. But it's just one like. I don't know. I want to. When I get shit talked by my nephew, nieces, whatever. Obviously, I have like 1,000 pounds of ammo on them.
I was there when you're born.
Kids.
I seen your tiny dick.
What? What did you say?
I was there when you were born. I know you have a small dick.
Oh yeah. I'm like a tiny little baby dick when you're born. You pussy.
Yeah, you're gonna be fucking forever tiny.
Well, what do you say? What do you say to the niece?
You're never gonna be loved. I know I know your parents.
Your parents talk about how much you're a bitch every day.
They just don't tell you that. They only tell Uncle Cameron, but you don't know Uncle Cameron is.
If she ever listens to this, she's not supposed to, so that's her fault.
It's AI generated. Don't worry.
It's her fault. Yeah, I never said these words. These are AI generated. Yeah.
Well, it's not.
I have to play games with her all the time, and she hates losing, but I beat her all the time because she's retarded and she's 8. So
yeah, and then whenever you beat her, she pushes you out your wheelchair. You're on the floor crawling.
She steps on my ankle and she says, "I hope you never walk again."
Hey, it says, "How's that, boot man?" He's like, "Fuck you,
man. I hope you never walk again, you motherfucker."
And then she re-breaks your femur each time, so you'll just forever be a little
Yeah, she always is. I don't know why. She always has a fucking baton ready to slap my fucking femur.
Yeah, she just gets a crowbar and just goes to town. Takes her a few strikes, though. She's not strong enough.
Yeah, and I like sell it like a WWE like wrestler. It's like Yeah, I don't try to defend myself at all.
You go into the fucking Hulkmania fugue, like.
I start taking it and just pick her up by the neck.
And then you go. Oh, now he's pissed. Now he's pissed.
Oh my god!
A WWE commentator comes out. Okay, he's going in Hulkmania.
Hulkamaniac episode.
He's going Cammania. Camstar Mania.
Camstar Mania. And he's throwing her through the roof.
And he's thrown her out the window. She's been cut by the glass. She has cut her jugular. This is really bad.
The little girl's dead. Stop the match.
Liberals dying. Stop the match. It's over. And Vince McMahon has called the match a win for Camstar.
Donald Trump is up 55-45 in Pennsylvania. Stop the count.
And Donald Trump is now enacting Project 2025. You guys hear about this? You guys hear about this? You guys hear about Project 2025? You guys hear about this?
Yeah. He's like.
Yeah, he's gonna be a dictator now.
He's gonna like make women start wearing hijabs again.
Yeah.
They're acting in the United States, but he's gonna start doing it. He's trying to follow like the Saudi Arabia like model of like treating women.
Yeah, I heard in the CIA with all the other plans where it's like, making all these guys take falls for the like school shootings, before. He's gonna make women do that now. So it's really sad, like that shooting that was on him, which is clearly a CIA agent. He's gonna have a women do that, and then they're gonna get shot.
Oh, so wait, women are gonna be doing the school shootings now?
Yeah, they're gonna be the scapegoat fall guy.
Well, if anything, that's kind of a movement towards.
I find that empowering. At least women.
We don't have enough women shooters.
I mean, the guy who shot at fucking Donald Trump is a martyr now. We need a few women as little martyrs.
Thomas Crooks.
Yeah, what a crook.
I am not a crook.
Yeah, I love Nixon.
Honestly. That was right. I don't know if there's a way to do the thing after the picture. I don't know how there's a way to even do that outside of just organically finding a way to do it.
I don't really know.
And I already forgot what the fucking lines were. Oh yeah, I know one of the lines. Yeah, anyway. It was a joke written by one of our liberal friends, actually.
Yeah. he supports Palestine, so he hates the Jews.
He's a big Beatles fan.
He's a big Beatles
fan. He was doing a day in the life. You say a day in the life, but all of a sudden he started making about Jews.
Yeah.
He's like, I read the news today. Oh boy, the NASDAQ went down 200%. I was like, holy shit, God.
That's anti-Semitic! I fucking hate you!
I couldn't believe he said that.
I can't believe either.
We instantly got our Israeli flags together and we smothered him. And until he, we put the Star of David on his chest.
Yeah, we had to suppress him. Speaking of suppressing, it'd be really funny. You've heard the Torrid story, right? The Japanese Torrid story. All right, so there's this little guy. He goes to the Japanese airport, and they're like, "Where the fuck you from, son?" And he's like, "I'm from Torrid." Like, oh, alien! And he points to the map, and he points right at fucking Andorra. And they're like, "Oh, maybe they called him Torrid and Andorra." And he's like, "Oh, I'm from Andorra. It's always been Andorra." And he started claiming he's the time traveler. I think it'd be really funny if China does that with Taiwan. Like, I'm from Taiwan. Oh, what? You mean Chinese Taipei? No, it's Taiwan. Oh, you must be from a different timeline. Where Chinese Taipei is called Taiwan. Oh, this is very weird.
Taiwan It's just Chinese people
Yeah, they're just pulling.
believing that Taiwan is like in a different like alternate universe.
No, they're just pretending like it's the same thing with the Torrid story. Oh, Taiwan! Never heard of that. Do you mean Chinese Taipei?
There's about a couple million people that think that they are in Taiwan. This place, a lot of time travelers there.
What a time travel! It's very weird. Oh,
So
very
we call
weird.
it we call it time travel land. Time
We call
travel
it-
Taipei.
Time travel Taipei. It's it's generally called they call it Taiwan. I don't really understand that part, but to each their own. If they from time travel land, they maybe I see why they have all the semiconductor now. It's cause they from future.
Cause how they build chips like that?
They make it like 2 atom thick. They're pretty fucking small, smaller than penis. I can barely see.
Smaller than penis. They fucking
They smaller than I can see. Millimeter eye. That is like billions of millimeter. They make a little semiconductor. That is fucking tiny. I can barely see, and I can see like microscope. I see little microbialisms on my skin. I see real good. In Vietnam, I see GI from like 500 meters away. I see Hero, and I shoot him. Scoreboard. We win more.
He says hero twice before
He
shooting.
said, "Hero." Well, he's got the benefit of the doubt that he can like walk away. That'd be unsportsmanlike if he didn't call him out. He says it real loud. Too. Hero, so you can hear him from all the way.
If you're in China and you hear hero, you better fucking run.
Yeah, he's like, wow, the trees are talking to me. What do they? What does it mean, Mason? What does hero mean? He just passes out, and then he gets shot in the head. Also, he goes into fugue state. You could say he goes into a little Hulkmania fugue state.
A few say he gets fucking naked, walks the Sonora Desert.
Yeah, he also someone there's an institute and starts making guns. It's gay.
He starts producing meth.
He starts producing meth
high school.
with a guy he used to teach in high school. He used to like molest probably, because that's what little teachers do these days.
I mean, why else would Jesse be so loyal to Walter?
Yeah.
That's what no one talks about, and they're all in their 1 billion 2-hour-long essays about Breaking Bad. No one even thinks of that.
Yeah, the video essays. They never even mention the fact that they used to have sex.
Why Breaking Bad is one of the greatest narratives of all time. Who gives a fuck? This is a good TV show.
I want to see
Move
the part
on.
where he had a dick in his ass. Why was that not on the show? That seems a little homophobic if you ask me, Vince Gilligan. Or as I like to call him, Vince non-gay again.
Vince, not
Vince.
gay again.
Not gay again. Why you never
He was
gay?
gay
Huh?
once, but not again. He's like, not again, baby. Not again.
Not again. He said once, didn't like it. Went to Thailand, I wanted to come back. I walk in there, he pulls out his pen. Oh, like, ho, ho! Hell no. He runs off, and he goes tells his wife about it. She leaves him, and then he makes Breaking Bad. That's a story. I know this to be true.
It is. I mean, it was based on true. We all know that it was based on a true story.
Is that what What's the Time in Hollywood's about? Never seen it really.
Yeah. Wait. You actually haven't seen it, have you?
No, I have not.
It's kind of based on the Manson family. It's based on like. It's like an
I personally
alternate-
like Charlie Manson.
It's
'cause,
like
you know-
an alternate. It's like an alternate Manson family history.
I think Charlie Manson's a strong leader. You know who's also a strong leader?
Who?
Francisco Franco, but I don't really have a tier list to rank it. Oh, wait, do you say you have a tier list? Do you have a tier list to rank dictators? Are you telling me you have a tier list?
Do you actually want me to stream the tier list?
I want you to pull up the tier list. Jamie, pull up this guy's balls.
I'd like. Hey, Jamie, pull up this guy's fucking nuts.
Pull a picture of this guy's nutsack. I would like to see it.
Oh, right. Let's see if I can stream it.
Let's just say...
Alright, so anyway, For the listeners who aren't watching, you're missing out because there's a big tier list going on. Adolf Hitler killed the Jews.
S. Kai-shek.
Uh,
F. He was dictator of Kuomintang, China. You know, the gay China. The fake China. Mao Zedong kicked his ass.
Why is he getting that automatically?
Yeah, he had no swag. He lost against Mao Zedong. And he just really wasn't that cool.
Yeah,
Mao
Mao
Zedong,
Zedong.
solid S. Best leader.
I don't agree. What makes him best leader?
He's fucking Mao Zedong. Got to go through all his accolades.
Yeah, but didn't he like also do like some Joseph Stalin-esque starvation things?
His farming actually was great, and people just didn't implement it right. He told them how to make farming more efficient. They're just like, oh.
So it was their fault, not his.
It was their fault. He was 6'8", all muscle.
No fucking way.
Yeah, he was 6'8", yeah.
That's pretty tall. I'm thinking A. You can go S. We can flip a coin on it.
Oh, all right.
The loser also has to take a drink.
Yeah, I'll take a shot.
I'll call heads.
I'll take tails. If I lose, I'll take a shot Everclear. If you lose, you take a big
I'll
drink.
just take a drink of what I can do. Tails.
Guys have 3?
All right. Fucking gambler, man. Tails. All right. All right. This is the cider. Tails. I done that. All right.
All right. Oh shit. Oh fuck! I spilled a little bit of it.
So this is the tier list that we decided upon.
I have a shot of Everclear, as you can see here.
I have a quarter cup of whiskey and Dr. Pepper. Cheers, C minor, folk. And we decided to do this recording very late at night, so
Yeah, it's 5:09 right now.
my ex used to take a shower with my ex all the time because she would be afraid of being alone, and she would just piss in the shower with me, and it would smell like fucking nasty popcorn. It's fucking awful.
She had a yeast infection.
Yeah, I was like, "The fuck are you doing?" She's like, "Well, we're in the shower. I can pay."
It just goes right down the drain.
It's like, yeah, but like I'm with you, like I'm here. Like I would do that alone in the shower, but not with a person. I always fantasized I was like I should just start like pissing on her ass one day, just because I've heard stories. My dad was in high school, like, and they had those group shower like things in the locker rooms. You know, multiple people stand under one shower head. He said like a friend of his would piss on people's legs and they wouldn't know because it was warm water on them anyway. I would consider pissing on her like that, but I would be too afraid of the consequences. Should just done it.
Give her a fucking golden shower. You know what's stereotypical that give golden showers? Asians, you know, and you know they got small eyes, which is kind of a stereotype. Brilliant segue. I got
stereotype. I'm curious on what what the last thing would be.
These Asians, they got small dicks, right? And
Yeah.
I've seen Asian ones.
Just
Not-
like
not
me.
Yeah, just like you.
What-
Obvious
I'm
Asian.
saying what.
Doesn't have a small
I'm
dick.
curious what your last note is.
Confront the
me.
Cameron. We're saving
Yeah,
that
what
to
is-
last.
Huh?
We're saving that to the last. I
Yeah,
gotta
that's why-
go through my stereotypes list first.
I mean, everyone knows what the stereotypes are. There's no secret.
Black people steal and potlocks. You know, they're just not very cool. But truly, the worst one is Cameron.
Yeah.
Cameron. Do you know why we're holding an intervention for you?
No, I don't.
I don't either, so how do you respond to the diaper for allegations that you like crinkling?
Well, I'd say, provide the evidence, and I'll respond to it.
Is it true that you have links to the Zumac community of these guys who fuck little puppies? Is this true?
I have a 1-year-old puppy, a 1-year-old black puppy, and I deny these allegations outright. Anyway, I think we're at a good stopping point because I'm about to pass out.
All right, roll the Chugsmas outro.
Trying